I told you.
Hey everyone, Mario Kart Gaming Dude here, back with a review of issue 76, the first issue released in 2025, the start of the Scattered Pieces arc, where it picks up right after the events of the Phantom Riders arc. And as always, thank you IDW for the review copy of issue 76. Let's go. The story starts with Sonic coming to visit the Chaotix, where they immediately grab him and interrogate him about being the Phantom Rider and working with Eggman. Sonic immediately explains his doings, telling about why he teamed up with Eggman. The Chaotix, though, are still not happy with his actions, as he interrupted the races, and Clutch is still at large, and many were put in danger. But Sonic is still saying that he wasn't in the wrong, as no one got hurt and no one was lost. Minus Clutch, to which Sonic exclaims that is why he's here, to find him. And he hopes it'll tie into whoever stole the emerald from Tails' house. Espio first suspects that he's still in cahoots with Eggman, but Sonic is still standing his ground about it being the only choice. Also, was this a reference to Eggman hiring the Chaotix in Sonic Heroes? Back on topic, Sonic wants to know what Eggman has done with Clutch, and if either of them is going to make trouble. And with that, Vector brings out the board, and they get to investigating. Also, I spot you-know-who on the board, and more on this later. We cut to Blaze and Silver, finally, where have you been? Who were back after traveling the world to return to the destruction of Silver's garden. Aw, poor guy. But Silver isn't that bummed, as all of this could make for good compost for the new garden. Or more specifically, an orchard filled with apples. Yum. Tails and Amy come to our duo, happy to see them. Silver tells Amy about his new orchard idea, and what they've been up to traveling the world. Blaze, however, is not happy with how things transpired, as while her and Silver were out traveling, everyone else was in danger. Tails tells her that it's okay as she's on vacation. Which reminds me, how long have you been here exactly, Blaze? It started with the annual, and now we're in issue 76. This is an extended vacation. Anyway, Blaze tells Tails that as a princess, she has to protect her people, and as her friends, he and everyone else here are her people, and as such, she will do what she can to protect them.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
Prompting Amy to hug her, even though she's not that fond of it. Blaze then asks Tails what she can do to help rebuild. So, Tails informs her that he and Amy were about to go to the Restoration's regional offices. The HQ was the center of the post-war rebuilding efforts, and everything else such as supply requests and missing people reports were networked through there. And now... yeah, that can't work. When are they gonna remove that thing? And Tails also hopes that they can find whoever took the emerald. Amy asks Silver to come along, but Silver has to take care of something. Meeting up with the Diamond Cutters. Yeah, we all knew this was coming. Brace yourselves. He meets up with them, who are there with Jewel and Belle. And... yeah, awkward, just pure silence. Oof. So, Silver immediately says that someone's gotta say something, and Jewel announces that she quits? Lanolin of course objects, but Jewel states by it, saying no. She was happy about taking the job, and then Clutch got involved, she was excited, but then she got tricked, everyone's lives got in danger, especially with her choice to put the ship in another location. With so many civilians around, she feels terrible about what could have happened. Tango comforts her in just the most adorable way. Aww. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for since issue 64. Lanolin apologizes! She apologizes to everyone, saying how she was blinded by Mimic, and she is sorry, especially to Whisper and Silver. Lanolin then begins to want to fix things, make things better. Maybe start with the Emerald Veil to make it look better, as it's not too big of a scale. Jewel asks her if she knows her way around building things, and she has no idea. Jewel, though, is fine with that, as she and Lanolin can both learn as they go. Silver is glad everyone is talking, as we turn to Whisper, asking what she wants. Yeah, we all know what she wants. Make fried calamari. Tango, of course, says no. We want to find Mimic and stop Mimic, not end him. Right, Whisper?
No.
Okay, yeah, we all know these panels reflect that she has other alternatives, especially since she asked Silver if he wants to help stop Mimic. And of course, he is all in. Tango asks Belle what she wants to do next, and Belle tells them that she plans to travel the world. Ah, see, I knew these covers hinted at her leaving. I knew it. Belle says while she loves them, they are all disaster magnets. Yeah, I can't blame her for thinking that. So, Tango just flat out says the Diamond Cutters are done. Disbanding for now. Whisper is not upset, as it's better saying see you later rather than goodbye. Lanolin thanks them for letting her be a part of this, and now Silver says, group hug. Back with the Chaotix and Sonic, they are still going over notes, coming to the conclusion that Clean Sweep is still being run, but they don't know by whom. It can't be Clutch, and Eggman hated Clean Sweep, so it couldn't be him either. So Sonic says they gotta start from the beginning and chase the lead, and hope to uncover the Emerald's disappearance too. And so the teams are off on their separate journeys, and that's where issue 76 ends. Ah, so now I know why it's called Scattered Pieces, as everyone is scattered into groups. So, issue 76 was the beginning of this new saga, and where things will go, and right now, things are developing. This didn't take too long after issue 75, so it made sense that people are still not over what happened, and things are still occurring as someone is still running Clean Sweep. The Restoration's other resources are in jeopardy, and the three foes are still at large. See, this is what I meant before in my complaints video. All the arts never had really of a big impact before. Everyone just moved on as if nothing ever happened. But in this, no. It has an impact on the world and the characters. Thank you! Also, again, no one really won. We didn't really win, technically. Let's focus on each of the groups. I want to start with the Diamond Cutters and Silver, as this was the big one that everyone was waiting to see happen. But things, aka big things, happen, as Jewel quits, Belle is gonna go traveling, and the Diamond Cutters are disbanding for now. Whew, wow, I actually didn't expect this. It's not on bad terms, but it's still a big thing. I do believe that they'll reform the team later down the line, but wow. And yes, I am very glad to see that Lanolin apologized to Silver, and she noted how she especially had to say sorry to him and Whisper. Speaking of Whisper, she is 100% going to end Mimic. After all this, she is going to end him. Tangle, we love you, and I know you don't want your girl to do this, but we are all tired of this dude. I cannot wait to see how Silver will get payback on the guy. Remember, he was already scared of Silver's powers before, so run, Mimic, run. Also, can I just say, I love how Silver's written in this issue, just saying. Sticking to Silver, we move to the second group, Tails, Amy, and Blaze. Their mission right now is to travel to the other restoration locations to make sure things are okay after what happened, as things may be getting worse over there. And spoilers for future issues, the new region is where they run into Surge and Kit. Why they're there and what will happen, we have to wait and see. I cannot wait for that issue. Blaze and Surge interactions, yes! They only spoke to each other once in issue 67. Actually, can we talk about Blaze for a second? You gotta wonder how long they're gonna keep her here. No, this is not me saying that I want her back in her world. I love having her here. She's one of my faves. But I get the feeling that she may go back home after this arc. Because A, she's not gonna stay there forever. Eventually, she's gonna have to go back. She's the ruler of her kingdom in another dimension. She has no choice. She's gonna go back at some point. In the newest annual, Tails and Amy are in the plane along with Sonic on Angel Island. And it's noted that this takes place after the newest arc, which means that the groups will cross paths and meet up. And Blaze is not with them. So it means either A, she went back home, or B, she stayed at the region that they were in to help rebuild. Oh, and is this the first time that Blaze has ridden on Tails' plane? And lastly, the final group of Team Chaotix and Sonic. Firstly, I love how they got all law and order on Sonic, because I had a feeling that someone wasn't going to let what he did slide, even if he was in the right and things did get messy. But it is cool that he is taking the chance to go find Clutch, as he's concerned about him and Eggman together. We still don't know what happened to him. Let's talk about this board real quick. First, I noted how we spot Mimic and a Phantom Rider here. Since they have an actual image of Mimic, it's safe to assume that Whisper and the others told them about him, unless the Chaotix investigated and found out about him on their own. But I'm leaning towards Whisper and the others telling them about Mimic. They also have images of Ruff and Tumble, who did stick around after the crash, but the next issue seems to indicate that they have a presence and role in the arc. Could they be behind running the corporation? Why? And how? They quit. And why would they do that? Really gets you thinking about the possibilities here. So, let's go over the final notes. The Diamond Cutters disband. Jewel quits. Belle leaves to travel. Silver goes with Tangle and Whisper to find Mimic. Lanolin stays to rebuild. Blaze, Tails, and Amy go to one of the Restoration's other region locations, and then Team Chaotix and Sonic head to chase a lead. And to quote Sonic, start at the beginning, which will lead them to the area where we first met Clutch. And we find out what's the deal with Ruff and Tumble. A side note, is anyone else already missing the rider designs? I do.